Prismata is a multiplayer turn-based strategy game where the objective is to destroy all of your opponent's units. To make progress, you need to produce and spend the 5 different resources in the game. Energy is produced by engineers, and this resource is primarily used to construct drones, which produce gold. Gold can be spent to construct more drones or the 3 other resource-producing units, which we call tech buildings. These are the Conduit, Blastforge, and Animus, which produce the green, blue, and red resources respectively. Both players start with 2 engineers. The player who plays the first turn has 6 drones, and the second player has 7. In the buy box to the left here is all the units available to us. In the first tab, we have a selection of basic units that are available in every Prismata match. And in the second tab is a selection of units that is randomly chosen at the beginning of every match, and available to both players. On the left side of each unit is the price, so a drone costs 3 gold and 1 energy, and a Gauss cannon costs 6 gold and 1 green. Gold will typically first be spent on buying more drones, and then because most attacking and defending units require green, blue, and/or red, gold is then invested into buying tech buildings. Most units take 1 turn to construct, indicated by the number next to the yellow clock, which means that their effects activate at the start of the next turn. However, some blocking units like Wall have the effect of prompt, which means that they can block immediately. The combat mechanics are simple. At the end of my turn and the start of my opponent's turn, the total damage of my attacking units is sent at my opponent, and they choose how to assign that damage to their defense. If a blocker like Wall isn't assigned lethal damage, it survives for the next turn and doesn't lose any health. Some of the different variations of drones and attackers, including the basic drone and steel splitter, can be used as blockers at the expense of not producing their gold or attack. On the left side of the game screen we have indicators for my defense total and my opponent's damage total, and if it's my turn then it's my opponent's potential damage total. And on the right side is my damage total and my opponent's defense total. If my damage total exceeds the defense total of my opponent, we enter breaching mode, where my opponent loses all of his blocking units and no longer has control of assigning my damage, and instead I choose how to assign the remainder of my damage to any of his units.